did it, then I had to do it. She really do. She really got it. Yeah, I had to do it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. In this game, we'll see Toronto against...
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one after the win again, and just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Holiday out there with Gordon. And it's Green, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Ross in at the 3 spot. Now here's Butler, following the miss by Draymond Green. Gordon with no one around. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Ross against Butler. Well, for some free agents who won't be heading to the postseason, Clark, these could be the final games with their teams. And I think that looms over a player's psyche, knowing he could be on the way out, playing somewhere else next year.
Kevin, I'm sure it's sometimes hard to ignore if that's your particular individual case. It would be definitely hard to not give thought to that, but there's something about the game when you get immersed in it, you can't really be thinking about other things, but I'm sure in those moments when you're not playing, then it becomes more prevalent in your thinking if you happen to be a player in that particular situation. And at the end of the day, you just got to recognize it as part of the business of the game.
Yeah, it's always there, isn't it? The business of the game, always in front of these players.
Yep.
Now here is Holiday. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ross. And again, the Bucks miss.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
That one falls. Plumlee's got the first points on the scoreboard for Toronto.
And finally, somebody knocks down a shot. This has not been pretty thus far.
Green dishes to Holiday. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Ring shot on the way, and he knocks down the jumper.
And Gordon's so efficient as a scorer, especially from the mid-range where he's almost automatic.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Back to Paul. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Plumlee's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Gordon against Green. Holiday, the pass to Gobert. There's Green with the 3.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Count that bucket.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Cavaliers. Gordon kicks to Green. Holiday against Paul. Green left side. Just 5 to shoot. Count that bucket. Green's got his first points of the game.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now here's Gordon. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Green finds Holiday. Yep, that one goes.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Shamet And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's all... There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Gordon is out there with Holiday, and it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Green in at the power forward. Green's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. He had a nice open look right there. 5 points in the game.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Bucks trail by 3.
Well, for the Bucks in 2017, it was the opening of their new state-of-the-art team facility. A year later, right next door, they've inaugurated their new home arena.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Tell you what, Kevin, Ross covers ground in a hurry, a nanosecond.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Now here's Butler. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Paul for 3, and again, Toronto with the triple.
You know, the more of these threes Paul hits, the more dangerous he becomes as a passer, and he hits his fair share of those threes.
Ross kicks to Holiday, passes it to Gobert. The pass to Gordon. Holiday with it, lock at 6. Gobert dishes to Holiday. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. The Bucks working the ball around. Ross against Gordon. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Green, no luck. And it's Paul with the ball for Toronto. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Shamet, defended by Gordon, fires for 3. The rebound by Holiday. Bucks trail by 3.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Milwaukee has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Green, the pass to Gobert. Outside, Green. Pass to Holiday. They kick it out to Green. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Toronto leading by 3. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Ross against Butler. Over Ross. That one wide left. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Kicks to Holiday. Feeds it to Gobert. And he goes right over Mason. Plumlee and slams it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that. kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin, there.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Well, for Toronto, Kenny, what do you think?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Reminds me of myself at...
And that should do it with...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Paul. They've got Plumlee. Jimmy Butler is out there with Gordon. And it's Chris Paul. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. He was all alone on that one. Gordon's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Toronto. Poked away and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Tuesday and then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Brooklyn Nets.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Here's Butler. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Bucks trail by 6 and stolen by Gordon. Shamet. And again, Toronto no luck. The Bucks shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Butler attacking. There's the triple. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
Here's Gordon. The shot will not fall. Plumlee with some nice D.
Boy, a sluggish, muddy start to the second half. Still scoreless.
And it's good, 2 points. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's what I like to see from Butler, going right up with it. No hesitation at all. Ready to shoot as soon as he catches.
To the inside. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Eric Gordon.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
And Eric Gordon, top 3 in the league, and 3-pointers made the last 2 seasons running.
Yeah, he's done it 2 years in a row now, making over 200 triples in a season while coming off the bench. Impressive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shamet defended by Gordon. Paul looking over the floor to the paint, down to 5 on the shot clock, and that one's good by Butler.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he is one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
Pass to Holiday. And taken away by Paul. Shamet. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A 12-point game. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Green finds Gobert. And that one, good.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Toronto now. They're on a 13-4 run. Holiday against Paul. Out to the wing. 1 second left. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. They've got Terrence Ross. Gordon is out there with Holiday. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Holiday gets the bucket.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Down low, Plumlee. Gordon trying to break loose. Gobert with the defensive effort. Bucks trail by 8. Green dishes to Gordon. He kicks to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Green gets it to go.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Outside Butler. Back to Paul. Inside. The shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Ross. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, here's a factoid you might not know about Chris Paul. Basketball is not his only sport. He's an amazing bowler, too. Now, I'm not sure if you call that a sport as much as you call it a skilled activity, but he's good at it.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Green, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
When he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
Here's Paul. Outside Butler. Over Ross. Plumlee trying to break loose. On target from 13 feet. And it's 8 points for Butler.
Excellent use of the screen and roll. Butler knowing precisely what to do in that situation. I'm really impressed by how smart he is.
Back to Holiday. On the wing, Gordon. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Green. Shoots. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Green's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, that was a terribly difficult shot, but still, somehow, some way, it went down. Wow.
Here's Paul. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
And taken away by Paul. Over Holiday, and it's Paul missing. Bucks trail by 5. To the paint, here's Green. The shot comes out. Gordon with the defensive effort. Butler kicks to Gordon. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Bounce pass from Paul. Three-pointer. Here's Plumlee. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points. Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 5. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Ball outside. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 7. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And again, the Bucks miss. Toronto with the ball. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.
I got my go-to face on.